The time has come once again for the greatest show in politics and virtual motorsports. To the people who accidentally found last year's event because they searched for Cliff Stoll, to the people of every Metroid Discord server, and to the 5.3% of people who clicked on the recommended video of last year's Heat 2, I welcome you back, and I ask you to join with me in hoping that this is the year that we finally get better SEO than CBS News. You think you're better than us because you're covering actual Senate races? You got nothing on this, Nora O'Donnell. No trip to the aircraft carrier at the Urban Outfitters headquarters this year, so let's cue the Mr. Georgie soundtrack and get straight into everything you need to know about the 2022 Senate Race Championship. As you can tell by the title, we're leaving the traditional tournament-style format for the moment. Last season, we ran, including the House of Commons exhibition, 12 races with a total of 125 drivers. But in 2022, when the field of senators is exactly the same as it was in 2021, I didn't think I could justify nearly 3 hours of Senate race content again, so there have been quite a few changes. First of all, the drivers have finally graduated from that Skip Barber car. This year, they finally earned their C license and they'll be racing the Dallara F3 car. And in that F3 car, the Senate race will be a 6-race championship, or to paraphrase Alex Trebek, a 6-day total point affair. Drivers will receive points based on the base IndyCar scoring system with no bonus points, and whoever scores the most total points in 6 races wins. And here's those 6 races, 3 road courses and 3 ovals. The season begins, as in F1 tradition, in Australia. While Australia's Oran Park Raceway might be a residential neighborhood now, it lives on forever in iRacing, and our field of drivers will turn 13 laps at its south layout. Then it's back to the United States, specifically to Dover, Delaware, to kick off the ovals with a 21-lap race. And then we take another long trip to Japan, where our AI drivers will enjoy a traffic paradise at Tsukuba's 2000 short layout for 12 laps. Back to America for another oval, we'll run 15 laps at Charlotte before moving to the final road course race of the season, a 5-lap night race at the Daytona Road Course. Then, to finish it out, fittingly, it's a Phoenix Championship finale with 20 laps under the lights to crown the 2022 Senate Race Championship champion. If you're wondering about the weird lap numbers, lap counts were calculated to make races 8 minutes long. The final race at Phoenix has 1 additional lap added because it calculated out to being 19 laps in 8 minutes, so I added 1 extra lap to make it a special and even 20. And what about qualifying? Well, there won't be any. Starting positions will be randomly drawn by iRacing's mysterious qualifying draw algorithm. And there will be another exhibition race this year, but we'll get to that a little bit later, so be patient. Now that all that housekeeping is out of the way, I bet you're wondering who the drivers are this year, and to explain those changes, please welcome the second member of our team, DJ Clark.
While the last 2 Senate races have seen every one of our 100 United States Senators competing, this year the field has been trimmed down a little bit. 35 drivers will compete in the 2022 Senate Race Championship title, and here they are. Obviously, the 2021 Senate Race champion John Hoven is back to defend his crown, and he's joined by 19 other drivers who also made the finals in 2021. This isn't F1 though, so we're not just leaving you at 20 drivers. In addition to those 20 finalists, the 9 highest ranking non-finalists from 2021 will also be joining the field. Van Hollen, Markey, Sass, Romney, Wicker, Rounds, Leahy, Haggerty, and Gillibrand. Why isn't it the 10 highest scoring non-finalists, you ask? Well, there was actually a tie for the 10th spot, so to make things fair, we didn't let any of them in. The 10th non-finalist spot is a champion's provisional, and it goes to 2020 champion Ben Cardin, who hopes that he, not Hoven, will be the first double Senate race champion. And finally, for the first time in Senate race history, it won't just be senators racing against each other. The British members of Parliament put on such a great show in the 2021 House of Commons race that we thought they deserved a little more time in the sun, because they certainly don't get much of that in Westminster. The winner of the 2021 House of Commons race, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, will of course be back, and he'll be joined by his 4 highest scoring but non-winning MP opponents, Sir Keir Starmer, Priti Patel, Diane Abbott, and Jeremy Corbyn. That's it. That is your field of 35 drivers. 30 senators, 5 MPs. Driver skill levels haven't changed since last year. They're all still determined by the percentage of the vote each senator or MP got in their last election. But as we've seen it when Senate races pass, a high AI skill level does not guarantee you a win. That's why we run the races. Hoven wants to win his 2nd championship in a row, but he's got 34 strong competitors who are desperate to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm also desperate to stop reading this Google Doc, so I'm going to throw my microphone as far as I can and hope it lands in Minnesota, where the 3rd member of our commentary team can pick this up.
Wow, DJ's mic actually got here? He must have a better arm than 1930s Brooklyn Dodgers pitcher Van Lingle Mungo.
Van Lingle Mungo.
I kind of drew the short straw here because, well, you've already been introduced to half of the commentary team. But let's get into the weird meta of a commentator talking about commentators. Wolf Blitzer was unavailable to lead the coverage, so your key race alerts will be provided as usual by lead commentator Joey Tebben. On the road courses, color commentary will be provided by me, Sara Tessem. I do sim racing and flight sim and autocross and amateur curling, and Renaissance fairs and theater and archery and golf and competitive X-Wing miniatures. And on the ovals, human soundboard, GSRC commentator, playwright, screenwriter, director, and self-proclaimed political junkie DJ Clark will join the fray. It sure seems like us co-commentators have a lot more on our CV than that play-by-play guy, but there's one more color commentator on the team, and I think he weighs myself and DJ down enough to even it out. He's what all the fans tune in for. RPI engineering student Corey Quinby will be back. Pause for raucous applause at home. He'll be with Joey in the booth for the mysterious exhibition race that we have put off revealing for long enough. Corey, tell him what this year's exhibition race is. And also tell me who you are, because I have literally no idea who you are.
I'm Corey Quimby. I got a B in Strengths of Materials, and I'm unbelievably excited to join the team for my third Senate race, as you can hear by my voice. We went to one other country with last year's House of Commons exhibition race, and this year, like Pitbull, we're going worldwide. 35 world leaders from 35 different countries will converge on the track for the first time. The top 25 countries and population are represented by their world leaders, and 10 other countries and their leaders were hand-picked for maximum geographical representation, political diversity, and most importantly, entertainment. There's presidents, prime ministers, general secretaries, and even a pope. And they'll all have an equal AI skill level, so it's anybody's game. These world leaders will take to the track right before the 2022 Senate Race Championship finale. The leaders will run 19 laps at Phoenix in the daytime to crown a world champion. All of the information you've heard over the last couple minutes is great, but it wouldn't be possible without one more person.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, we have one unnamed special guest who will show up about midway through the series. I would have asked him to voice over this part, but I wrote this script too late to do that. Anyway, that's basically all you need to know about the 2022 Senate Race Championship. We recorded this video after recording the races, so I can tell you this truthfully, this is the best Senate race yet. Honestly, last year a good percentage of the races were complete duds, but that is absolutely not the case this year. We'll see you in a little bit on January 3rd, but to tide you over until then, here's a couple of out-of-context noises, phrases, and other random stuff that'll give you an idea of how absolutely wacky this year's event was. Or is. I don't know how this timing works. The 2022 Senate Race Championship. These Senate references, this is a higher level than we've ever seen before.
Going about the speed limit of a city street through that hairpin.
DJ Clark, it's in the game.
I run this.
We should get a
He's
Nobel
like-
Prize for this.
We can.
Yeah, that's a big ouchie.
North Dakota to South Dakota to North Dakota to South Dakota.
Shame on you.
Bing, bang, boom!
Oh! The wheel is still and perfect.
He just violated the Pauli exclusion principle. No.
High drama.